welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am 𝐒𝐞𝐜𝐤𝐬𝐭 and I'm back with another video on the OOP series, and hopefully this is the last lecture in this particular series, lecture number 14 continuation, and here we would be looking on the last type of inheritance, that is hybrid inheritance. So without any further delay, let's get started. So as you can see, hybrid inheritance. Again from the word it's clear, hybrid. So hybrid means something which is a combination. Either it could be a combination of 2, 3 or much more. So basically hybrid inheritance means combination of 2 or more inheritances. So this is a result of combining multiple inheritances, as you can see. So basically combination of 2 or more inheritance is called as hybrid inheritance. So consider, for example, there is a class A, there is a class B, there is a class C, there is a class D, and there again is a class E. Now A is a base class for B and C, and B and C is derived class for A. So for B and C, consider A. Now A is a base class and B and C is the derived class. So they are deriving their properties from class A. Now coming to D, A is itself deriving its properties from D. So for D, A is a derived class and D is a base class. So as you can see that here it is an example of inheritance. So basically as you can see, like there is a combination of examples for an inheritance. Also we can see like this. So consider there is a class A. Now it has B, it has C, it has D, E, and then F. So I've taken different classes for just your understanding purpose. Now this is a class A which is being derived from B, C and D. So A is being derived from B, C and D. Are you remembering something? Yes. This is an example of multiple inheritance. So before moving forward in the video, are you someone who is looking to upskill yourself? Are you someone who is applying to jobs but getting rejected, even if you are a working professional or a student? So you are at the very right place. Newton School Full Stack Development Program would help you to upskill yourself and get yourself job ready. There are mentors from top-notch companies like Amazon, Google, Flipkart, and much more, who would be helping you from the very scratch to develop all the skills and get yourself job ready. There are 1500 plus students who have been placed into 800 plus companies like Google, Flipkart, Zomato, Xiaomi, Razorpay, Snapdeal, TCS, and much more. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and apply. The link is in the description. Wherein there are many base classes which is derived, and there is one derived class. So many base classes and one derived class. It is an example of multiple inheritance. Now in this case, E and F is deriving its property from A. Can you guess some more thing? Yes, it is a part of single inheritance. So you can see now, there is a combination of inheritance which is taking place. So that is the reason we called it as hybrid inheritance, because in this particular inheritance, there is a combination of inheritances which are taking place. So that is the reason we called it as hybrid inheritance. Now, there is one thing called as diamond problem. I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not. So what happens in this? So in diamond problem, what happens now? When there is, we can take the example of this particular thing as well. So when there is one derived class, okay, which is inheriting the attributes of two base classes. So as you can see, it is a derived class. It is inheriting properties from B and C. And these both classes, like we call them as super class. So this is a derived class which is inheriting properties from super class, and these both super class have a common base class, as you can see from the following diagram. So this is called as diamond problem. So what is diamond problem? Diamond problem when two classes inherit from the same base class and it creates two copies of base classes. So basically what happens is that this is also inheriting properties from this particular base class. This is also inheriting properties from this particular base class. So this particular base class would, this particular class would be having all the properties of this. This particular class would be having all the properties of it. Since it is inheriting all the properties of this, it is also inheriting all the properties of this. Now this is also having the properties of A, this is also having a properties of A. Now when there is a single derived class which is deriving its properties from two base class, there has been a copy which is being created in this particular situation. So this is an ambiguous situation which is caused. So basically here it is having all the properties of A, here it is having all the properties of A, and here D is a derived class which is deriving its properties from B and C, and B is also having all the properties of A, and C is also having properties of A. So whenever we would be making a derived class for C, there will be a error which will be thrown by a compiler. Throws an error. Since here also property is created, here also property is created, so duplicate properties has been created. So this is called as diamond problem, which do exist. So what are the ways to avoid this diamond problem? First one is using virtual class keyword. You have heard this keyword, right? Virtual कर देते एक function को, then we inherit the property in the derived class. तो एक किसी इसको virtual कर दो and then inherit then derived classes में उसकी property को derive कर दो. तो we can use this keyword virtual to get away from this particular problem. The another thing what we can do is we can use the scope resolution operator. So basically these both would be helping us to remove the ambiguity. मतलब basically what happens ना कि scope resolution helps us to remove the ambiguity in the diamond problem which is being caused. So basically we can use the scope resolution operator which we normally used in the I guess multi-level example where we use the scope resolution operator. So class animal was deriving all its property from class dog, then class dog was deriving all its property from class puppy was deriving all its property from class dog. And the second is, as you can see, virtual keyword in which there would be a concept of late binding which would be coming into picture. You can have a look on the video on late binding and you can research more on this late binding as well. I have tried to explain about late binding and the virtual keyword in the last videos, but if you want you can have more research on this. So this is the way we can ignore this diamond problem. So this was all about hybrid inheritance in this video. Yes, we have finally completed the OOP series. I hope you find this series useful. I don't know that was I able to deliver it at my really best because I tried making of presentation and researching on data took a lot of my time. But I tried my level best to deliver it as much as possible. I hope you like this series. Even if you don't, this was my first series, so we'll try to improvise myself from the coming series or the coming lectures. But if you're someone who is liking my content, do hit the like button. If you're someone who is new to my channel and wants to stay updated about tech related content, off-campus job hiring and much more things, can go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you're someone who is liking this series, since the series is completed, please do provide your feedback. If you like the series, please do share it among your friends. I know this series is not very much where we have used the hardcore coding concepts or everything, but yeah, this series is something which would be really helpful in your placements and interviews because I tried to cover all the core concepts which are being asked in the placements and interview. Till then, take care, keep learning, keep growing, and thanks everyone for the successful completion of OOP series. Bye all.